Hello, hello, ski. Start recording too. How's it going, everybody? This is another episode of Tactical Meaty. Uh, I hope you're having a great evening. And here we are. Today's episode. In today's episode, we are looking at the Launch Control 3 by Novation. Launch Control 3. Let's do this again. We're looking at the Novation Launch Control 3 and how we can use it with the Electron Octatrack. Um, it seems to have some technical difficulties right quick. Okay, I guess I'm back again. A little bit of technical difficulties suddenly. Let's do it again. So, today we're checking out the Launch Control 3 right here on my right hand side. Down here below, as you can see it, I have a zoomed in version right here. As you can see, it shows you different MIDIs and different things. Yeah, I think the lighting here is so bad. I need to spend some money on lighting. Anyways, we have the Launch Control 3, and cool thing about it is that I'm using it to control my template on the Octatrack and its respective effects on it. And yeah, I want to give a demonstration of how does it work. You're gonna be able to see it on your screen. Um, how I can affect the sound or the effects on the unit itself differently than having scenes, because I can control scenes here too from the control right here. I got this one assigned to scene B, and the top one here is assigned to scene A, and I can scroll through all the scenes right at the moment. And this button right here is just a momentary button where I can flip from A to B, like controlling the fader, but momentarily. Like if I want to control the fader on the machine by hand, I can do so. And this is just an extra way of an extra step that I can have for control of the machine itself, which is pretty cool. I find it super cool to be able to control this machine with an external controller. I find myself that, and I'm thinking about, I am thinking really about getting the MPC G2, the MPC 1 G2, the second generation, because using a controller with the MPC and a Octatrack is gonna be a limitless functionality. It's gonna be like a super powerful powerhouse of effects and mangling capabilities. And I'm looking forward to getting this machine. I want to get the machine, the new one, and uh, I never let go of MPC. I'm just going through a phase where um I got the Electron Gear, and I'm really loving the sound quality of the Electron Gear. And um, the MPC also has great sound quality. Don't get me wrong. It's just it just has less output than the Electron ones, and that's pretty much the difference. It's not that big of a difference. Um, the workflow is totally different, and but the availability of sounds inside of the MPC, that's also a powerful thing. It's cool to have different setups for different occasions and different things that you want to do. I don't think it's necessary at this moment, but I'm looking forward to having it and probably doing that mix between Tonework and MPC, a Tonework, and Octatrack. All of these three together, they're all samplers, which is weird. But they all have their character and their sonics and all that stuff, and it sounds pretty cool. I like Electron. I like the way their machines sound great, and that's a fact. Um, yeah. So let's get into this right quick. I know that everybody probably sleeping at midnight, and I'm recording this. By the way, I'm recording this because I'll probably cut it down to a shorter video, and then I'll have it posted or something. Um, let me see. So I want to show you guys here. This is the Launch Control 3 software. And as you can see on the right hand section right here, um, you have either control change or NPRN. The Octatrack works with control change, and I'm going to show you here right quick. Let's change to this one. And this is the website, MIDI.guide. And on MIDI.guide, you search Electron Octatrack, MIDI CC, and NPRNs, and you will find all the information here of every single thing that you need to, any numbers of CCs that are assignable. Some of them are per channel, and some of them are like global. And then you got playback, amp, LFO. I believe LFO is global, and amp is per channel. Playback is global, and so on and so forth. Let me see. So you got FX, and these are the parameter CCs of the FX. And depending on the channel, you have to come back to here, and then on your right hand side you have either global channel. I got the global channel on this one right here and this one, because this is A and this is B, scene A and scene B. And then on scene A, let's say the minimum value is 0 and the maximum value is 7, so it gets you like, I'll show you, like right here you got on A, you have 1 to 8, right? So it's from 0 to 7 covers scene number 1 to 8. And same with B, it'll cover from 9 to 16, and that one would be right here. That one would be right here on this one, and it's gonna go from 8 to 15 max value, and it's gonna go on a global channel. And it's gonna be a control change, and it's very simple, very straightforward. I don't think you're gonna have too many problems doing this. It's pretty nice, pretty cool. Yeah, so we're gonna have to load. I'm just gonna go here and I'm gonna load something here. Let me see. One of my beats here on the tone work. I don't like that much. Let me see. I'm gonna load one. Yeah, I like this one. Let's do this one. We're a pattern one. Show you here so you can see. That's pretty cool right there. Alright, so cool thing about this is that I have yeah, cool. Hey, atmospheric, how you doing? So we're talking about today about the launch control 3 and how it's working with the Electron Octatrack. And as you can see here, the white colored ones are basically the delay. I made like a B repeat delay, a freeze delay on, if I'm not mistaken, on track number 1. Effects number 2 is a freeze delay. And then you have the options here, and you know, CC36 and CC35. CC36 correlates with the time division, and CC35 basically is the high pass filter of the freeze delay, and it works very good. Let's hit play again. Anyways, yeah, the cool thing is that this is not the one that I want to use for beat repeats. This one is just gonna be there for like, okay, let's make this instance where I wanna, let's say I want to affect the beat with a beat rate reduction, and I want to add other things to it, right? So let me see where it is. I just did all this stuff last night. So let me see, where is it? Filter, delay, comb filter, delay. Where's the dark? Ah, that's the reverb right here. So reverb is this one right here. I gotta get used to it because I did it last night and I went to sleep. So I'm gonna hit play. Let's put pattern 1, which is the slowest one, softest one. So that's basically what's happening there, is that I'm able to add like, instead of doing it here on the Octatrack, instead of doing it here, right? Let's say I don't want to go with the combinations that I have here. Let's say I got something popped in my head, and I just want to say, like, yeah, I'm like, whoa, okay, so on this part I would like to add this, and it's on the fly. Like I just have access here, like on this mode here. Let's play it again. So that's pretty cool right there. So I some of these, like this button right here, number 5, this button right here, number 5, resets the dark reverb. It resets it. This one adds like how you doing, Tonesmith? Yeah, that's why I was referring to Tonesmith earlier when I went to your live stream. I was referring about this. Is that, you know, I did that. I have the cone filter on this one, and I got only 2 parameters because that's exactly the reason why I might go ahead and buy me again. Not again, but because I got rid of the MPC One Plus because it's an older version. I would like to have the newer one, but um, it's either that or I have to buy I will have to buy one of the Oxys, and those are very expensive. So instead of buying that, I just buy me a MPC G2, which is gonna let me have infinite amounts of CCs stacked. I can have like stacks of CCs into one controller, or one knob can have like 27,000 CCs on top of that, and that will be sent via MIDI into the Octatrack. And you can build, you can either build more scenes, because it's not that the Octatrack is not capable of building scenes. But so let's say you have your favorite scenes on the Octatrack that you like to play quickly, and then you will have another set of scenes that you can build differently. You know what I mean? It's just a different way, and not just that. The MPC has so many channels of output that you can route the effects, let's say, of the tone work, the Octatrack, the analog rhythm, and the analog 4 at the same time with one button. You can make them all affect all of them. And yes, it takes time. You have to go in, you gotta understand what's happening, you gotta understand how you're gonna implement the CCs, how does it work. I did it with the MPC so many times that I'm already used to it. So this one, I did it last night. This is a very simple one. You have here, this is the reset button, but when you press it, it takes the bit rate to 84. But when you let it go, it resets, which is pretty cool. Or you can use these buttons and do it manually. So you have beat reduction and sample rate reduction here. Okay, beat rate, sample rate reduction. It's pretty cool. When you move it, you have the name of, you can, here on top, you can barely see because my camera sucks, but it says here bit rate right there. So when you touch it, it'll show you the name, and then that name. The only thing I don't like about this one is that you cannot work in here. You have to work in here, which is the launch control, the innovation software controller type of stuff. And you can name your thing right here, your you know, your launch control setup. You can name it right up there. And here on mode, you can press mode, and I can go to one. This is FL Studio mode, which is it controls FL Studio. And then you have mode 2, which is the Octatrack, and then you hit mode again and you're back out. And then you have 8 of those modes that you can do. So let's say you don't want to do that, and you want to have one for the Octatrack and one for the tone work. You can switch them on the fly and do different things. Or you can have one for the tone work and work with the Octatrack manually like it is. Or if you're gonna make a beat which is like like heavy on the Octatrack, then you switch to the Octatrack and have a little bit more options. And not just that, like you can set mutes, track mutes, things like that. You can set up almost everything as I show you guys here. Let me show you right quick. As you can see here, you got filter, equalizer, all the CCs for those right here. And if you keep scrolling down, well, you have scene, you have the crossfader. You see crossfader, scene A select, scene B select. And those I have them here on the first on the first row. But then you have here all the track mutes with their corresponding CCs. So you have track mutes and track solos. This is very cool. And what you can do is you make another preset on your launch control 3. And if you're gonna do those things, then you can jump on a different setup where you're controlling solos and mutes of that specific system. And it doesn't, you can either do buttons or you can do encoders, which are great. They respond very fast. If you do it fast, it will go to the maximum value really quickly. And you got MIDI notes and stuff like that, MIDI arpeggio, legato mode, all that stuff. It can be controlled with the controller. And then CC number 1, what? This is the aftertouch, pitch bend. I guess this is pitch bend for, I don't know what. And that's pretty much it. But you got per track, like you got to understand that you got to understand that each track has its MIDI, so you have to go here on your right hand side panel, and for that button, if you want to control the volume of channel 1, you got to make sure it's on channel 1. And then when everything is ready, you press send, and then you choose here 127, and then you can send it to from 127 to the corresponding place where you want your mode, your custom mode, whatnot. But I already did it. I'm not gonna change it right now. Let me see. I really need to research to see if one of these is right for me. I'm doing all right. Thanks for hanging out earlier. Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, so making giant macros. Yeah, that's the point. And you can do that giant macros already with the Octatrack. And that's what I want to use, and not for making such giant macros all the time. You know what I mean? Like, I want to do it on a more practical sense, okay? So let's say you use your scenes here on your Octatrack. You'll use your scenes right here, and reserve them for big macros, right? You can just reserve those for not macros, but big, like big scenes where you're doing like multiple effects at once and all that stuff. That's what you would use the normal ones for, right? But let's say you just want to do some bit reduction only. You don't have to waste one of your scene spots for that purpose only. So you can just like go here and do it manually. Which is awesome. Like right here. So that's pretty cool, man. You can do that like on the spot. That's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna have a good use of this. Uh, yeah, Launch Control 3. It's really really good for controlling synthesizers or whatever you got. I mean, I'm tired. I feel like I'm struggling to talk to the I'm struggling to talk today, bro, and it's not your fault, guys. It's just my fault. I just couldn't hold myself and jump in and talk about it. Um, yeah, this is as much good for me as it is for you. I like to keep my mind racing and finding all this stuff. So I'm not gonna take that much of your time today. Uh, Remember to like and subscribe. For all of you are watching out there, and yeah, what else can I say? The Launch Control 3 is it's pretty affordable. What I like is that it's affordable. It's not as complex as you would like. Of course not. If you want to have multiple stacks of CCs, there's other things that you can use, like uh oh, how you doing, Eternium? No, Eternium is not hard to set up, but you're gonna need a computer. You need the computer. First of all, you gotta go and download the Novation thing here. I even forgot components. Novation components. You gotta download it. I'm gonna show you here. That's and then you know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna leave, and you're gonna see how it starts up. So I'm gonna start it up like if I was gonna go into it. You start up. It starts up really quickly, and then you choose if you have other Novation things like I have other keyboards here, Novation keyboards that will show up, and then you hit Manage Launch Key, and then before you start, you want to get the custom mode. If you're gonna work in the custom mode, you get custom mode. And the cool thing about Novation right now, it's a like right now I have FL Studio template here, and it grabs the FL Studio template without you even asking. If you connect it to the computer and it's connected into the if you connect the MIDI in the FL Studio, it will give you that setup. It has the Ableton one already set up. It will detect it and it will make it your first like your first what you call that, your first setup. Number one is usually your DAW. It captures it and it knows that you're working on Ableton, and it gives you the Ableton. And if it doesn't do that, you can go here on the left hand side. Let's get custom mode. Let's say number 2. That's what we're working with, and it will get your custom mode back in with all the stuff. What I like also is you see those lights right here. Let me get my face out of the way. You see these lights that you can change these lights like right here, and the lights on the knobs are simple, but the lights on the buttons are a little bit more complex. It has an on and off color. So it has the color and it has the on color. And then you can choose from momentary to toggle, which is cool. And then you can have control change or NPRN, program change keystroke or note. So you can do many things with it. And over here on top, you can name it. The specific button you chose, you name it, you change the name, whatever, you do all the values that you're looking for, and then you send it. And when you send it, it's gonna have highlighted the one that you're working on. You just press that, and then you can override it. which we're not gonna do. It's not hard. They're basic buttons. I wish that Novation, if Novation, I don't know if this hardware is capable of that, but if Novation did at least one more layer, if they gave us 2 cc's per control, per knob, or per control, this here, it will be like amazing. And for the price, remember the price of this product is $150 to $160. It's not too pricey. Like if you want to have like multiple stacks of control, you're gonna need a more expensive unit with a bigger brain in it. I guess it needs more hardware to be able to send multiple cc's like that. I'm not sure because I'm not expert. I don't code stuff. I have no idea. Probably they might be a hacker. If any hacker is listening to me out there, just make some people that know how to prompt and or talk to AI and make it happen. That would be crazy to have like a custom type of thing where it unlocks the machine, these types of MIDI controllers, and make them into something bigger than what they are. Usually companies nerf their stuff because they don't want to nerf other higher quality products that they have. But the Launch Control 3 is very small, and that's exactly why I got it, because it has a small form factor. I love, there's another controller. Oh my God. There's another controller that I love a lot, and it's this one. I use this one with the MPC. This thing right here. Let me show you here. This one right here. This is the Behringer X Touch, and this is the type of controller I would like to use with the Octatrack, because it has a fader. You could have used this, like I could have used this for that, but there's a big problem. Behringer, if you're listening to me, please make a Mac. I need. This is fucked up. Why am I asking these people? They don't even hear me. But if they did a Mac version of, I don't have Windows computer in my home. There's not a single Windows computer in my house. It's all Apple. So the only software that I can go in and change all the CC values on this thing right here is on Windows, and I don't have a Windows. I'm gonna have to find somebody that has a Windows and go into their computer and download software that they don't want, so I can get in there and do that. And it's a missed opportunity. This is a killer thing. And I don't know if you guys know about the BR series of Behringer. Behringer has a BR. Okay, so a lot of people say, what the hell is that BR3000? And I think it was Sin Samurai was talking about the BR3000. They didn't know what the hell the BR3000 is. Everybody has been talking about Behringer. They don't know what the BR3000 is. Bro, the BR3000, it became the underground. It was like basically an underground sequencer. And they made it into a sequencer. It's a MIDI controller that somebody got to hack it, and they did some hacks with it, and they turned the BR3000 into a sequencer, and they did crazy stuff with it. I can't even check it out for you guys. I mean, if you don't know, you don't know. You guys need to know this is old school stuff. When I started YouTube, I was watching all those things that were talking about it. Huh. What are you doing? It's a BR3000. BR3000. It's called Zaquencer. Zaquencer. I remember that. Zaquencer. Let me see if there's any videos about it. It's called the Zaquencer. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I just search Behringer 3000. We got 3000. Let's see. Let me see if it's here. It gotta be here somewhere. I don't know if it's BR or BC 3000. I remember this. BC 3000. Is it this one? Let me see if I can find it. I don't remember the name. It's something 3000. It's a controller. Come on. What are you doing? Okay. Yeah. I don't know if it's BC 3000, something like that. Let's look for it on the internet. Because so Behringer BRC. BRC 2000. So it's BRC 3000. Okay. Yeah, it was close. What is the 3000 one? Is the BRC 3000. And is what the BRC 3000 right here. So they made this. Some people hacked this and they made it.
Don't let your 3D character just sit there. Hi, 3D.
Some people hacked this thing right here and they made it into a sequencer.
Hey, everybody.
This thing right here. They made it into a sequencer, and then each encoder represented a different note value, and it sequenced. You can sequence like full sequences with this thing. And as you can see, they're the same encoders. As you can see here, they're the same type of encoders here. They're super good. They click, they all click. It has two sections, A and B. But the problem is that I can't get this thing to change the CC numbers. And I don't know which CC numbers are assigned to what and what is what. It's just, it only sends like note values. And you can change the note values for CCs, but you have to have the software. And there's no software for Mac, which is makes me mad. Oh God. I just ordered a Arturia Keystep 37 and I have this M Audio Keystation 49 that I bought, and I'm gonna sell it for like $20, $30. It was like $50, I think. Well, that's the thing. The thing is they announced, they have it in there that on the leaks there's a new VCR thing, but it doesn't have a picture, but it has the name on it. You know? And that big MIDI pedal board was good too. You can't remember the name of it. People still want an MK2. The FCB 1010. I don't know where's the All I know is that the Behringer leak products. There you go. Let me see. You guys are watching with me. Okay, let's see. SP1200 style sampler. This one, BCR32. The motor highly requested successor to Classic's BCR 2020 control. So there's one on the they making one. They are making one. They're coming out with one very soon, and that's on their lineup. And and then they have this AQ64. This is a APC40 style grid performance controller, but that's more like I don't know about that. PK61 poly keys, polyphonic aftercharge, Q32 compact mini key. What? Mini key controller targeting entry level mobile setups. Yeah, this is pretty bad, man. It's like the X Touch. That's what I got. X Touch. If you search X Touch software for Mac, it's not available. So Behringer X Touch uses class compliant MIDI USB drivers that run plug and play Mac OS. Yeah, but there's no way of doing it. That's the only downside. I don't have a Windows computer here, which sucks. And I'm not gonna go out there and buy a Windows computer just to do that. I'm sorry about them, everybody, but no, I'm not gonna do that. So if you do X Touch Mini editor, and I'm not that savvy, because if I knew all about computers, I can just go and hack the shit out of it and probably do it myself without. I don't have that brain. I don't know even how to do it. You see, OS limitation. The native software officially runs on Windows only. Mac and Linux user typically rely on virtual machine like VirtualBox. And I don't even know if I can get a virtual machine for this computer so I can run Windows, so I can just do that. That's ridiculous. How hard is it for them to just recode this thing into Mac? I just don't understand why companies do this thing. It's cool because if you're plugging into software through USB, that's cool. But I have, this thing right here. Let me show you guys. This thing right here. Let me show you. With this thing right here, you can take anything that is USB and turn it into 5-pin MIDI. And then with this, I can just send the X Touch information into the Octatrack, right? And I didn't buy it for this. I bought it for the M Audio thing I have here, because I'm gonna keep this because this is very useful. So it's a MIDI, a MIDI host interface. And I ordered Arturia Keystep 37. I ordered it because I'm having a problem with the tone work, and the tone work doesn't follow. Like, the tone work can only follow the rest of the machines. The other machines don't follow the tone work. Like, if I do a pattern change on the tone work, the other machines don't follow the tone work at all. They'll do the pattern change later, which I already send electron. Like I think I send them like three or four times to them. The same thing. The last thing they told me, they are not taking any more requests, because this is so important that that all these machines can talk to each other and pattern change together. That's like, it should be like a standard. The first thing they should have done right on all of them, right? So now I have this digitone here, which I barely use. I use it, but I don't use it that much. What I use it the most is to send MIDI to my other boxes, because yo, what the hell was that? So I have to send the MIDI out from the Digitone 1, and the pattern change has to come out of the Digitone 1, because otherwise all the boxes will not follow the same pattern change, which is crazy. I try to use the Tonework as like the master MIDI, because I wanted it to use it that way, and it couldn't happen, because every time I send a pattern change to my analog rhythm or my analog 4, the pattern would change first on the Tonework, and then it will change on the analog 4 and the analog rhythm. And everybody already complained about this, and all around the forums, everybody has complained about it. But I don't know what's gonna take for them to fix that problem, and I just don't understand why they wouldn't fix that problem, which is so important for us that are live jamming with these things. But anyways, I gotta get back to the thing. A question here is the Launch Control 3. And also, I don't get paid by any company. I'm just suggesting these things, these products, because I want to tell you guys that it works. And if it works, you know, I think I'm doing a good service of telling you that it works, and that it's easy to use, and that it's easy to program. And then that's the way you should go. Don't go buying a Behringer X Touch for MIDI DIN MIDI. Let me be clear. For MIDI DIN devices, don't buy this. You can't use it with MIDI DIN devices. Only with MIDI USB devices. So be careful. Like, cool thing about the Launch Controller is that it has two MIDI outputs. It has a MIDI input and two MIDI outputs. So you can have, right? You can send separately, you know, but you gotta be careful too, because if you have two different machines and those two machines use, let's say, channel 2, they're receiving CCs through channel 2, that one knob that has channel 2 is gonna control both of them. So just be aware of that. It does not divide the two outputs into like specifically individual outputs 1 and 2. That's just to clarify. So if you buy this thinking that you're gonna have independent outputs 1 and 2 to be like independent outputs, it doesn't work like that. As you can see here on the software, you're gonna see it here. There's no way of choosing independently which output of the MIDI DIN is gonna go out of. So, you know, that's very important thing to note. And yeah, get your MIDI device. And I'm gonna go with this because I even took too long for this. But I'm gonna resume it right quick, because that's gonna be the video, the official video. I'm gonna cut this into an official video, and I'm just gonna do that. So okay, so we have the Launch Control 3 from Novation Launch Control, and we're using it to control the Electron Octatrack right here. And it's simple, it's easy. You can do it quickly. Get your MIDI CCs from the internet, find all the information about the machine that you want to control, and then you go to the Novation Components app right here, Novation Controller app, and you can go and change the color, the name of it, the CC number, the value, the on value and off value, and the behavior. And also, other than control change, you have also NPR, keystroke, program change, note, or off, which is, that's it. And you only have one channel. The channels are not divided. Let me see. You have the resolution also. This I forgot to tell you guys. You got 7-bit and 14-bit resolution. But the channels, you cannot change which output. You have output. You have two MIDI outputs, and both of those MIDI outputs, they output through both at the same time. So you have to be careful. If you have two different machines, you got to make sure that one machine is one channel and the other machine is another channel. And if you have a machine that has multiple channels, you have to take in consideration that it's gonna send on the outputs 1 and 2, is gonna send the same signal through both of those MIDI DIN outs. And that's it. You think that's a downside? I don't think it's a downside because of the price. I mean, it's a very low price. Like, well, the XL, I'm not sure about the XL. We can get that information right quick here. Let's open up. Let's see. Launch Control XL3. And that one is $249. It's basically $100 more. Okay. Let's see. 24 endless encoders, 8 faders, 16 hexagonal buttons, and 15 custom modes. Let's see. DAW integration. Connect all your hardware. Yeah, it has through. It also acts like a MIDI through, but you know, this is the same thing like the smaller one, but bigger with more buttons. Let's see connectivity. You see, out to is also a MIDI through, which is okay, but yeah, they say it lets you split it, but it doesn't split this into two. Like, you know, I'm gonna show you. Very easy. So we don't get confused, okay? I'm gonna show you. All right, you see it's going through out number 1, right? I want to disconnect it. I want to put it on out number 2 right here. Boom. Right, it's on out number 2, and we're gonna use the same knobs, and it's gonna, you You see what I mean? So when I got this, I didn't, I didn't realize that until I realized it. And this is kind of a that's a missed opportunity from Novation. Really a big missed opportunity, because if you can divide this into two, I can use half of this can be used for one groove box, and the other half for another groove box. It's like having two MIDI controllers in one. And that's what they seem to tell you here in their website, but it's not. It is not. It's not. I'm sorry, but it's not. It's not. It's pretty cool. It feels great on your hands. It's very, they're very sturdy knobs. They're hard. These knobs are hard. Like they're like high quality knobs. But let's see output. I don't even know about this. It includes software that I haven't even downloaded yet. Whatever that is. What a parallel aggressor. I haven't even downloaded none of this stuff. Well, that's pretty much it. You got what you get for $150. I don't think they're gonna do anything to fix none of that stuff. Yeah, the MIDI through is good. It's a good thing, because that means that you can jump from other places into the machine. But like I said, it was a missed opportunity to be able to have like independent outputs. If you're gonna say that you have two outputs, make them independent of each other. So whatever you sending through output one is not being sent through output two, but in this case is being sent through both. Yeah. I'm gonna let you guys go, and I hope you like the new setup of the screen and all the and you have here the chat screen where you can see all the chats. I hope you like that. I've been working on the stuff. This thing right here, this is a free from Analog Obsessions. This is a free thing. I love the way it sounds pretty good for the voice. And it already has noise gate. It has the ESR on it, and it has all this stuff, and it helps a lot. I really like it for what it does. As you can see, all the overlays that I've been doing with the channel. Hopefully you guys like that. It's better. Hopefully it's better for your eyes. And then you have the little animation here, so I don't have to say it. All right, it's pretty cool. I can do it again. Say it again. I'm not gonna say it, but you can see it right there. You guys need to, guys know what to do every single time. So y'all have a great night. Let's play some of this stuff and I go. All right. Good night.